Army versus National Guard, what's the difference? When war breaks out, when disaster strikes, when the call to serve echoes across the nation, two powerful forces answer the call, the U.S. Army and the Army National Guard. But what separates them? What makes each one unique? Let's break it down. The U.S. Army, full-time combat force, global warfighters. The U.S. Army is America's full-time, active-duty combat force, trained, armed, and always mission-ready. From the infantry to Delta, they don't wait for the call. They live it. They breathe the mission. They are the juggernaut of the U.S. military. They train year-round, being stationed around the world, in Europe and Asia to forward operational bases, FOBs, in active combat zones in the Middle East and around the globe. And when the president gives the order, they don't pack bags. They're already geared up and ready to go. They are the tip of the spear in nearly every American conflict. Combat, deterrence, global power projection. They don't just respond to wars, they shape the battlefield itself. Now, while the president can activate the Marine Corps at any time, the authority to activate the Army also exists, but with limits. Under the War Powers Act, the president must notify Congress within 48 hours of deploying troops and cannot keep them engaged in combat for more than 60 days, plus a 30-day withdrawal period, without congressional approval or a formal declaration of war. Still, when action is needed, the Army leads the way. The National Guard, combat-capable dual-mission force, now meet the Army National Guard, a force built for both combat and crisis. They're part-time warriors, citizen soldiers, who train 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. But don't let that fool you. When hurricanes hit, when wildfires rage, when riots break out or communities are in crisis, the National Guard answers first. They are the boots on the ground in your hometown. Governors can activate them for state emergencies. But in national crises or wartime, the president can federalize the Guard, making them part of the U.S. Army's mission. Once federalized, they can be attached to active duty units and deployed into combat zones. Same training, same standards. The Army and National Guard soldiers go through the same basic combat training, BCT, and advanced individual training, AIT, before PDS, being sent to their permanent duty station. That means Guard soldiers are trained by the Army to fight like the Army. Do they fight side by side? Sometimes, but not by default. The National Guard operates under state command unless federally activated. Only then do they fall into the Army's chain of command. But when they're activated, they fight as complete, organized units. Brigade combat teams, aviation battalions, infantry and support elements. In Iraq and Afghanistan, Guard units patrolled streets, secured FOBs, and faced enemy fire, just like active duty troops. They're trained to fight, and when the nation needs them, they show up ready. Key differences in combat. 1. Chain of command. Army, full-time under the Department of Defense. National Guard, state governors unless federalized by the president. 2. Readiness. Army, combat ready 24/7. National Guard requires activation and may need additional prep and training based on mission. 3. Deployment frequency. Army regularly rotates globally and into global hotspots. National Guard deploys during large-scale wars or extended operations. 2 blades of one sword. The Army is global. The Guard is local, but combat capable. Together, they are a dual-edged force. One forged purely for war, the other sharpened for both battle and community defense. The National Guard is not the Army, but they are trained by the Army, structured like the Army, and when activated, they fight with the Army. They are America's reserve force, but when the nation calls for more boots on the ground, they answer, and they deliver. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more high-impact military history and breakdowns. Thanks for watching.